well-rounded level of intelligence, you have to have empathy. I don't care if you're good at math, science, medicine, working on cars. If you cannot understand the perspectives of other people, if you can't see how other people think differently from you, if you think that you would never ever make certain mistakes because you are just so smart, I immediately think of you as less intelligent. Whenever there's any kind of story where harm was caused to a person, there are always people in the comments who are like, that would never happen to me because I do all these things. I do all of these things. That makes sure that that would never happen. My kids would never do that because they're smarter than that. And that's just not true. And you sound more stupid by being unable to understand how people got there. Like, I saw a story the other day about this fucking, like, seashell that has this toxic little critter that lives inside of it, and it will paralyze you. And people were just like, oh, Darwin Awards, when will people start learning to not touch nature, blah, blah. As if picking up seashells is not something they've ever done on the beach. As if picking up seashells isn't just a totally normal thing that people do all the time. Yes, you fucking would. If you saw a cool shell on the beach and you didn't know it was inhabited, you might get paralyzed. It's okay to admit that you can make mistakes. I just saw another video where someone was talking about like crowd surge and talking about Astroworld, and here are these ways that you can help protect yourself if you are in that situation to hopefully keep yourself alive. And there were people who were like, yeah, that would never happen to me because I'm on the edges of the crowd. And someone was like, oh, well, you know, sometimes the crowd will just immediately shift and they're like, no, I'm too aware. I know everything that's happening. As if they could never be caught in a crowd swell of people just running out because an emergency happened. They're just too smart for that. No, you look more stupid when you're saying shit like that. Similarly, whenever there's stories where a parent left their kid in the car on accident and their child died, I told someone once that I am like terrified that would happen to me if I had a child. And they were like, do you really think you're capable of that? And I'm like, yes. I do think I'm capable of that, because you know what every single one of those people say is that they didn't think that they were capable of that either. There was something, they were so tired, they were so stressed, there was something just tiny bit that switched out of their routine, that adjusted what they were doing for that day, that they forgot that their child was in the car until hours later, because your brain is not infallible. It can happen to anybody, and refusing to believe that it can happen to you actually makes you less safe.